Hi all, Dan here with the first of 3 questionnaire-based ramblings, because a quarter of you have already answered the questionnaire, and I think you should know that I have read everything, for good or for bad, and I want to answer some of it. This first one is more individual answers to points, because if one person's saying it, there'll be a few others. A number of people who are newer have slightly misunderstood what we can do, and I want and if they've done it anonymously, they've replied anonymously, which allows people to be more honest. I don't mind, and they might not be in the chat rooms. Then I'm not going to be able to rectify some things. But in general, what we get is we're on the right track, which is nice. The answers are similar to what we did it last time, 2-3 years ago, the questionnaire. But there are also, there are always things that we can't quite line up to every single person, but on average we're right. So for example, 13% of us want more Scotch, 12% want less, 75% want it roughly where it is right now. So yeah, we can't get it perfect, but we can be on the right track and be on average in the right area. But for some of the more difficult bits, first of all, a couple of newish members want us to be just single casks and exclusives. Now, we are generally exclusives. That's slowly grown over time. But we can't be all exclusives, because an important part is we're everything in whiskey. And that includes, some nice core, like the Speyburn 18. That's not exclusive, but that was a really nice whiskey at a great price. The single casks aren't possible. We are just too big as a club to be able to offer single casks as the main club bottle. But that's why I'm looking to do this as I was putting in the questionnaire, the bit that I'm looking to do it in addition. So it may well be, what we got from that is, all of the options are great. Some we should be doing it as a second bottle option. We should be doing it with a tasting pack. We should be doing them, launching them through Whiskey Pioneer. So we'll have a mix, but I'll come back to that. Another big one, I think about 4 members said, Ben Romack, why did we get a core Ben Romack bottling? We only want exclusives. We could have just gone and bought that from Ben Romack. You can't. It was a club exclusive. It is different to anything else they've got. Yes, they have a non-age statement, unpeated in the contrast range, but as well as ours being significantly older, 3-4 years I believe, it's also a different cask makeup as well. We are focused on the sherry. That's made just for us. We're the only ones to have it. Yes, it's in their standard bottle look, which a lot of brands do, but it is an exclusive. So you've jumped to a conclusion that's incorrect. You can't get that anywhere else. Have a look. If you can, show me. Don't know if anything's snuck abroad, but definitely in the UK we're the only ones who have it. Those who want us to be, I think I've already touched this, just aged single malt. It's not quite what we are. We're all things in whiskey. We bring out the world of whiskey and different flavours, and it's something that's been borne out in the questions. You can see it's what people kind of want. And if you go back through our history, we've never been that. There was one year, I'm not even sure we did any, because I couldn't get any Scotch. But it's nice that members have seen that the price increase has opened up a hell of a lot more to us. The key thing was when we before last year, we just couldn't get access to aged Scotch anymore, and that was the bit where I decided we're going to have to put the price up. If you look 2 years ago, the oldest we had was a 10-year-old. And that was an English whiskey that I bought. I got a good deal on, so I could get us an age statement. But then last year we had an 18, a 20, a 12, and an 11. That's what the price increase did. It gave me access to it. Now it's still very difficult to get hold of aged Scotch, even at that price point. You see that, but we're now just about, and that's important. And then the other thing with being more than just aged single malt Scotch is we're about pushing boundaries and introducing you to new things a little bit as well. Yes, we have that in there as a big part of it, but it's also about what else is possible. Japanese whiskey, I would love it too. I can't get it. It's just too expensive. I've been trying. More independent bottlings. I would like that too. I do try. We do have one in the plan this year, but it is very, very difficult because there's an extra margin put in there by the independent bottler being in the middle, buying and then bottling it, and that makes it harder to hit the pricing that we need it to hit to be affordable for us, and then hit the quality. It's also why I've started bottling more stuff. I've bottled something ourselves. Just to give you an example, last year we were offered a single grain 12-year-old from an independent bottler. That was the best they could do. We put out a 20-year-old because I cut out that margin. So that's why we're doing bits ourselves, is because it's very difficult to get independent bottlers involved. So I do like having that offering and that choice, so we're having to do it ourselves. Someone asked, well, two people asked, could we do 2 half bottles in a delivery? I thought about that in the past too. It's just too expensive. The cost of bottling takes up so much more of the total amount that the quality of the liquid drops quite significantly. So that's why we do the full bottle. Bottle shares and bottle swaps. I did try in Discord to do a bottle swap area, so if anyone isn't so keen on a bottle, they can swap it with someone else who really likes it, but it never really took off. I think separately this Christmas we had 1 bottle, so it's the only thing I've seen. So I have tried bottle shares. I'm happy for you guys to do that, and I can even put a topic area, conversation area in the Discord chat room for that. It's not something we can do on Facebook. We risk losing the entire chat room if we set that up there. But if it's something you want to do, I'm quite happy to put that in there. And tasting notes. Why don't we include tasting notes? Because I don't want to tell you what you're tasting. I believe you should have your experience first, and then come into the chat rooms, chat with other members. About what everyone's tasted. We've got quite a few experts in the club who've written tasting notes for others as well, for brands. So that's the idea, is that you come into your community and chat with them about the tasting notes and build it from there. I don't want to be the one telling you this is what you're going to taste. That's why we don't do it. Anyway, so that's the first of the questionnaire ramblings. Got one on just the general answers, so you know what's coming in, and then one on single casks. And after that, I've got to do one on what we're doing this year. I had to wait until I saw what was coming on in the questionnaire before I could make sure that there's a bit of flexibility on stuff. But thankfully, we're on the right track. Anyway, speak to you very soon. I'm about to record the next one now.